What's up? It's me, no camera man, doing no camera type things, like live streaming without a camera. Isn't that weird? Hey, what's going on? Scott's Mac. How you doing? What's up? How you doing? Your voice surprised me. Why? Because the camera didn't come on at the same time. They do have simulators for everything. This one's great too. It's super satisfying to play, very relaxing, very good stuff. I did play Nintendogs. I loved Nintendogs when I was young, a young lad. It's a great game. You just take care of a dog. It's the most wholesome shit. Why would anybody not love it? You know? Sorry, I'm in the middle of throwing up and all. How you doing, Microwave? What have you been up to? Busy, clearly. You haven't had time for your boy Captain Mac, have you? But that's okay. We understand around here. That's fine. I wish I had Nintendogs. I want it so badly. It's a good game. It's a good time. I'm not as busy anymore because my guest left. Ha! What a loser. Oh, what a dork. They're not around anymore. That's nice. So you had guests? That sounds fun. Did you have a nice Crimbus? Do you celebrate Crimbus? I don't know. This game is exactly what it sounds like, and do not dare expect anything else. It is a game where you have a power washer and you do stuff like this. Where you power wash things and they look real pretty afterwards. Isn't that satisfying? Isn't that nice? Look how much nicer it looks. I love this shit. It's super fun. I don't know, this job's gonna be super short if all I have to do is power wash this one dirt bike. Also, like, damn, they really put this dirt bike to work. This motherfucker's dirty. Clearly they're getting their money's worth with this thing, my god. I didn't celebrate Chrysler, but it was my friend's birthday, so I spoiled her for a week. Well, there you go. That's close enough. That's good enough, right? Did you do the drawing stream? Please say you didn't. I would be sad. I have not done it yet. I'm saving it. I'm gonna save it for the new year, and I'm gonna try to like give people like a week's notice or something so they can clear their schedules and, you know, make time for me because I'm the most important thing in their lives. And also because I kind of need people to be there and all. This is like, wow, beautiful, nice clean dirt bike. On the other side, it's like, oh god, oh my god. I want to tune into both support and bully you. I don't even, like, you can do whatever you want. I just need people there to give me suggestions, you know? I have a lot of emote slots to fill. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. Bully me all you want, just help me come up with ideas. That's all I care about. Alright, now all we gotta do is get rid of some of these gross spots in the tires, I assume. Oh, there's kind of stuff built up all in here, isn't there? That's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm the guy who cleans. Some shit all up in these engines and stuff. Ugh. Nasty. Some stuff left up in there. I see some stuff here too. Man, oh, you know what? It's all on the inside too. I forgot, this game doesn't mess around. You can't just go to the surface. You gotta get to the inside. You gotta work your way through and get all around. Not sure if you're supposed to be using a... You should be using a power washer and well, it's in a garage. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's inside a garage. It's fine. It's not going to ruin any of my furniture or anything. I mean, I get the power wash is really strong and potentially like destroy a lot of things, but you know, it's my own stuff, so whatever. Yeah, well, I'm sopping wet too, so now my garage matches me because I'm getting all this water splashed back onto me. That was not meant to sound as sexual as it ended up sounding. Now for the least realistic part of the game, my dirt spider sense. Okay, it's mostly built up in like the spots on the side that I couldn't really get. Some stuff up on the handlebar here. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now. There you are. Dirty. dirty, gross. How am I? I'm doing just fine. My mommy got me a electric tea kettle, so I've been drinking a lot of tea, like a lot of tea. Like I used up all my mugs and had to do the dishes because I was drinking so much tea. And then my good old Mike got me a mug. He got me a mug, so I have even more capacity for drinking tea now, which is great. And also, I went to the grocery store, and I found you know all those, you know, the Lindor like chocolate truffles, those super good motherfuckers. There was a bunch of them that were still on clearance for 50% off, and like those things don't go on clearance very much because they're, you know, they're expensive and they're wanted, and I bought a lot of them. I have about 60 of those Lindor chocolate truffles now. I bought so many. No idea. So I'm set for a bit, which is fantastic. Electric tea kettles are great, but I heard they aren't as great in the US because of wattages or something. I mean, it doesn't really take that much less time to boil water than doing it on the stove. So I guess I don't know if it's like that much more effective than just having a teapot, but it feels good to have it. You know what I mean? Is this the exhaust here? It is. There's gotta be something on the, like, the very inside of this that I'm not getting. Yeah, I think I see it. Hey! Clean as an egg. You're a legend, nothing can stop me now. Why are we saying clean as an egg? Like, I wouldn't say eggs are dirty, but... What? Haha, yes. Yes, what, Mike? My kettle's much faster than our stove. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it saves that much time. Thanks for the shout out. Oh, were you here when I mentioned the mug? Well, I mean, you know, it was also heard on the podcast. I like this little replay they do of me power washing. It's kind of cute. I like that. Ooh, do I want to clean the bungalow or clean the playground? I'm going with the bungalow. The bungalow looks like it'll be fun. I do want to clean this little dinosaur though. What kids were running around that it got this dirty? Like, I get the children are disgusting, but look at this. Look at this fucking dinosaur, man. God damn. All right, let's do this fucking bungalow. Let's go, boys. I wonder... Oh, excuse me. I wonder how many players the multiplayer can support. I wonder if I could make this a game for the 24-hour stream. Jesus, this is disgusting. I don't think power washing is gonna salve it. This looks like it's fucking rotten. This doesn't look like mud and dirt. This looks like the wood from the house is just rotten through completely. I don't know if power washing is really gonna fix this, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a dumb guy. I'm so glad you're here. Calvin's such a good boy. He's a volcanologist, you know? What the fuck does Calvin have? Is Calvin bringing home volcanoes to cause this? Tell you what, Calvin, to wash his goddamn feet before he comes home. Beautiful door. All right, well, I really can't imagine power washing would fix this, but it sure appears to be. This house should be burned down. It looks like it already was. It looks like they barely salvaged this place from a fire. All right, let me get the... There we go. Isn't that like so satisfying? Just like it's game's just like this is like Power Wash Simulator isn't a good title. They should have called it Satisfaction Simulator. Cause it's just so satisfying to watch it all get cleaned off. This game makes me want to go get a power wash in real life and just start going and power washing thing. Just go walk around a neighborhood, find a dirty house and be like, hey dude, you need a power wash? No charge, I'm not soliciting. I just really like power washing stuff. Excuse me, I sneezed. They can call me the power wash hero. I just go to into random neighborhoods and power wash things for fun. No charges of power washing, I just want to feel something. I'm just trying desperately to feel anything anymore. It's kind of dark. Nothing in my life satisfies me anymore. That's all I'm here for. Satisfaction. Let me see. There's definitely some spots we're missing here, like down here. Oh, good. We got it. Ding! Look at the difference I made already. I'm such a nice guy. Such a helpful young man. I mean, I am charging them, but... When can I start buying, like, extra nozzles and stuff? I know that's a thing. And, like, soap. What does the soap do? Is it for, like, stuff that doesn't get washed by just water? I don't know why, like, all FPS games focus on, like, war and stuff. They need to make more power washing FPSs. That's what I think. I'm always fascinated by the video genre, satisfying videos or like slimes and stuff. Like, what part of our monkey brains does it tickle? FPS stands for first person shooter. Yeah, I don't know. There's just like, there's some part of all of us that like has that little, I think it's the way that our brain connects the dots and all. That's like a big power of like the human frontal lobe, is its ability to like make connections, right? And so I think it's a part of that. I think it's like part of that process of our brain making connections is like when it sees a connection, it just feels good. Like our brain wants us to know that's a good thing to recognize. Recognizing patterns is a good thing. More power washes than petting dogs. Yeah, there's a Twitter account. And I forget what it's called, but I'm sure it'd be really easy to find. There's a Twitter account that they just I think it's called Can You Pet the Dog? It's just a Twitter account where every day they post like a video game and whether or not you're able to pet the dog in the game. It's a very good Twitter account. And I personally feel that that Twitter account is actually pushing developers to make more petable dogs. I'm kind of, I don't know if you can tell here. I have no like pattern with like how I'm doing this. I'm just kind of going as I feel. I'm not like tackling any one thing at any given time. I'm just kind of going for it. We all just need that dopamine rush of petting a heckin' Bozer. Have I used a power? I have not. Kind of want to, because again, it's a very satisfying thing. I never had any like outdoor manual jobs really. Like, you know, I worked at the summer camp, but you know, I was the technology director, so I didn't exactly go outside too much. I did have a lot of like outdoor work that I did, but a lot less than other people for sure. When I was 16, I helped with mowing lawns for a summer. I had this really nice neighbor who had his own like lawn mowing service, and he hired me to help him out. Mostly, I would just do weed whacking. I'd have a little weed whacker, and I'd go around after he was done with the actual riding lawnmower and just clean up. But Whenever we had a lawn that needed to be push mowed, I would usually do the push mower, and I hated that. I hated that. I want to use one too, but I wonder if it'll push me over. I think it's definitely going to depend on the one, because they're not all the same amount of power and all. But they might. They can be dangerous. Water can cut through some shit. But yeah, I didn't like the push mowing wasn't too bad for the most part. But there was a couple of like addresses that we would, you know, regularly visit that were really hard to push mow. I had this one house that like their yard had like legitimately like a I don't know how to describe it. It was like a 30-degree, no, that's understating it. It was like a 40-degree incline. It was like super steep. Like the yard itself wasn't so small that like the riding lawnmower couldn't do the job. It was that the hill in the yard was too steep. So I would have to go in there with the push mower, and it was really hard to like push mow at that angle. I'm also like terrified of people using these power tools while wearing like sandals. Yeah. Sometimes you see that shit and you're like, wow, you have a death wish. You know, has a hill in their yard. It wasn't even a hill in their yard. Their yard was a hill. The entire thing was like this steep incline, and it's like, when you buy a house with a yard like that, like what is the yard even being used for? It's so steep it wouldn't be like any fun to play on for kids. I can't imagine a dog or, well, I guess a dog doesn't really give a shit. But like it was too like steep to enjoy. But it was a nightmare to mow. Yeah, I only did that job for a summer. I didn't like it at all. It was good money though. You know, it was all like under the table. I didn't have to pay taxes on any of it. He just gave me money. He paid me pretty well too. He was really nice about stuff too. Like if I was super tired out, or if I was like super tired and I was like, dude, I just don't know if I can do it today, he'd be okay with me just not working that day. He was a good guy. He was a really interesting guy. He lived across the street from me, and if I remember correctly, I was 16 at the time and he was 17. And this guy was like crazy. He was like a super motivated motherfucker. The reason he had like this lawn mowing service is because he wanted money to afford like a pilot's license. He was using the money from the lawn mowing business to afford education for learning how to pilot an airplane. And in the middle of that summer, while I was working for him, he got his pilot's license and took me up in like this really small aircraft. It was really cool. We should have more nice people giving us money just like that. Yeah. That's what I think I say to any potential viewer visiting my channel. But yeah, like even like he got this pilot's license, but that wasn't even like what he was doing as a career. Like he went to college for like aerospace engineering or some shit. The guy was crazy. He just like grinded like crazy and just did shit that was really cool. You would potentially keep a cat temporarily, and I'm manifesting it so much. I wish you luck. Although I don't know how your allergies will feel about the whole situation. Though I suppose if it's temporary, you can just live with it for the sake of enjoying a cat for a little bit. My allergies are back the fuck down by sheer willpower. I'm sure a lot of people wish they could just make their allergies disappear by willpower. Beautiful. I'm liking that, like, by not starting on the base here, I've actually ended up wiping out a lot of it by accident, essentially. I made myself do less work by focusing on other things first. Smart. Smart Mac. The house looks slowly like an actual house. The house looks unrealistically cleaner. I know power washers do a lot, and they're very powerful and all, but I don't know about how realistic this is. I mean, certainly the paint would be fucked from how dirty it was, right? Like, it's not gonna just magically look better like this, just from getting power washed. Certainly. Maybe I'm just being a hater. Maybe I should stop hating over here. There's really good paint. I guess they just had to, like, really seal it in. If so, they're gonna need to reseal it after this shit. Anyway, I have survived yet another holiday working in retail. It sure would be nice if I didn't have to do next year, you know. Maybe my channel will just blow up like crazy in 2022, and I won't have to work another season in retail. That'd be great. I would love that. But, you know, made it without too many incidents. It was good. It was fine. Especially considering I was like pretty new at the job. I think it all went well, considering. ...2022 Mac Big Channel Energy. You know, it would really help if I uploaded more. I'm like trying desperately to like get a video ready and like, you know, getting going. But it's just, I have so much trouble like figuring out my process because I'm not trying to force out videos, but I need to get videos out faster than I did between these last two. And it's not like I don't have ideas. I'm struggling with figuring out how to execute them. So I'm trying all kinds of different things to just try to like figure out a process that works. And it's difficult. It really is. But I really want 2022 to be a big year. I don't like that I only got 3 videos done in 2021. I really don't. I want 2022 to have a lot more videos out. Alright, you've uploaded a moving video now. I don't know what the next one will be. I'm trying to write one on Chainsaw Man right now. Because I've tried to write one on Chainsaw Man like 4 times and I haven't been able to come up with anything. But now I have some actual ideas worth pursuing. And I'm trying to like... I think part of the problem... is that I have a tendency to like... How do I put it? If I don't like immediately have an idea for a video, I just kind of drop it entirely. I don't like put in... If I don't already have an idea to work with, I don't put in the work to formulate one. And so like what I'm doing this time is I'm just trying to like... Even though I don't necessarily have an idea that I feel super confident about yet, I'm still trying to write the video and just hoping that one kind of comes out of that effort. And we'll see how that goes. I am trying all kinds of different methods to try to get more videos out of myself. I feel like I really have the capacity to make a lot more videos. I just have to figure out like how to create my ideas rather than waiting for them. What I've been doing this whole time is just been waiting for ideas, and I need to find a way to like get them out of myself because they're there. They're just incomplete, and I don't take the time to finalize them. I feel like. It's all a learning process, I feel like. It's, you know, it's one of those things that I've been thinking of it as like a talent, right? I've been thinking of something that comes naturally. When in reality, what I'm realizing is that more than likely it's like everything else that I've had to learn from my YouTube channel, you know? It's a skill that I'm going to have to train myself on, you know? It's not something that's just going to come magically because I want it to. This 25 is not really cutting through the dirt. So I need to find a way to get ideas out of myself rather than just waiting on them. Maybe make like a jar with random words and things you know about and draw and combine them and see if that sparks anything. That's an interesting idea. I feel like I've got like a really... Here's the thing. Like I said, this is like me constantly trying to figure things out. And I feel like I've said stuff like this a bunch over the past few months. But like I keep like slowly figuring out things that like help me to kind of formulate my ideas. I'm a pro at idea generation. It's a big part of my job. That's true. That's you. I would imagine so. I think like the big thing that has pushed me to make a lot of the videos that I made, the big things that pushed me to make like the Nisekoi video and the Berserk video and the Godzilla video too, like some of my best work has been because I had like specific parts of the video that I wanted to do, and I built the rest of the video around that. I didn't start at the beginning and like write the video to the end. I had middle parts already figured out and wrote in between them to fill in the gaps, right? So that's what I need to do. I need to figure out what I'm trying to say with each video and then fill in the gaps. And I just kind of realized that like the other day. I realized that the other day, and I haven't had the time to really put it into practice. But there's a lot of things that I want to say about Chainsaw Man, and I feel like if I figure out those middle parts, it'll be much easier for me to produce it'll be much easier for me to produce the rest of it. But we'll see. Again, this is just me like trial and error in different methods. This is gross. This house is gross. I don't know. I feel like I still have a lot to learn in terms of like... Because at the end of the day, this video essay thing is still pretty new to me. At the end of the day, I still haven't done that many of them. So there's still a lot of things I need to figure out in terms of my own process. I don't have a process yet. That's the problem. I don't have a process. I need to figure one out. How'd you get those middle parts? Was it like an itch you felt you needed to voice things, or was it something that just stuck to you? It was an itch that I felt like I needed to voice things. It was exactly that. I can tell you, I can give you examples too. When I wrote my Godzilla video, and I don't know how well you remember this video, but there's a part at the very end of the Godzilla video where I talk about how Godzilla 2014 doesn't feel like a Godzilla movie because you could swap Godzilla out for any monster at all, and the movie wouldn't change. But Shin Godzilla is inseparably a Godzilla movie because of the subject matter it tackles and how it chooses to approach the monster. You couldn't have any other monster without it being like a ripoff. I had that part of the video figured out long before the rest of the video was, and I worked the rest of the script up to explain why I thought that. And then with the Berserk video, there's a part in like the middle where I talk about Griffith as a foil for Guts and talk about the differences and similarities between them. That part was like the first thing I thought about. It wasn't the end of the video. It wasn't like the beginning of the video. I didn't even know what my full message was yet. I just had that part done, and I wanted to share that part so badly that I created the rest of the video, basically. So that's why I'm thinking like that's how I need to approach it. I need to figure out what I'm trying to say with these videos and work the middle parts in, rather than what I've been trying to do, which is starting at the beginning and then writing the rest of it out. That hasn't worked. So I'm just hoping that, you know, I'll be able to create something based on that. And it's getting there too. I have things about Chainsaw Man that I really want to say, and I feel like if I can flesh out those parts, the rest of the video will like come together much more naturally. You know, I wouldn't constantly talk about how good Chainsaw Man was if I didn't have specific reasons for thinking so. There are certain parts of Chainsaw Man that like I read through them and I'm like, God damn it, this is genius. And that's what I want to talk about. So yeah, I'll keep y'all up to date about how that goes. But I think it sounds really promising, right? It sounds like that is a method that could work really well for me. Because I think one of my strengths with my video is building up to those like special moments. I think like the strongest parts of my Berserk video, or the strongest parts of my Nisekoi video, is the part where I like break down why everything I've talked about matters for like a point I'm trying to make. And that's because the rest of the video is written with that in mind. I decided I won't read or watch Chainsaw Man after all because it's kind of a little too gross, so have fun explaining. What? Aww. But it's so good though. What are you, afraid of a little intestines, huh? A little intestine pasta too much for you? I guess that's fair. It's not for everybody. I think it'll be really well animated, but I saw some panels and I was like, oh man. It's really emotional. I think like one of the more brilliant things about Chainsaw Man is that like on a surface level, it feels like any other shonen. But like rereading Chainsaw Man for like I've read Chainsaw Man all the way through so many fucking times now. The more I read through it, the more I realize Denji spends very little time actually being Chainsaw Man or being in fights. He doesn't fight that much. The story is more focused on like the build up to those fights and like, you know, the character moments in between. Which I think is a big part of why it's so strong. Look at how like this one part of the house is like beautiful and then the other side is like, ah! Ah! Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen is just about everyone being absolutely miserable. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're definitely not. There's a good like 70% of Chainsaw Man's story that is built around being shattered towards the end and ruining Denji's life. This wall's so big. Can I like, how do I access the shop? Is there a way to access the shop in the middle of a job? Probably not, right? What are the controls again? Here's the shop. So could I buy... could I buy like a... How expensive would it be? Oh, not very. Could I buy a turbo nozzle? Long extension. I want... like a nozzle that's... I want a nozzle that'll have a wide angle, but will still maintain a lot of pressure. Why can't I buy this one? Why can't I buy a lot of these? Is it because I don't have the gun that's needed for it? Okay, what if I buy this one? Let me see this one. And give me the short extension. And then power washers. Ah, damn, the power washers are way too expensive. Okay, I can't buy more power washers right now. But I've got a couple extra. I've got this extra nozzle. So what does this do? Oh? Oh, I see. So it's like the 0 degree, but it has a wider range. Is that what we're seeing? Okay, so that's nice. But not really. Now, if I take this short extension with the 15 degrees, I should be able to reach up there much more easily. Or, even better, I could take the 25, and now it's a little bit closer to this thing. That works pretty well. Okay, that ought to help, I think. It's clearing off the dirt a lot better than the 25 was before. What if I got that long extension then? How did I access the shop again? There it is. The long is another 50. But it would probably make the job a lot easier. I just won't be able to buy another... Oh, that's really going to help. This nozzle is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. Is there still dirt? There's still dirt down here. I feel like if I know exactly where I want to shoot, this thing is still better. How are these bricks still dirty? What is... Are these all one piece or... No, these are different sets, so... No, there's no dirt down there. How are these bricks still dirty? You know what? I'll figure it out once I get... Oh, you know what? I bet it's because this little bit here is still part of it. Let's just start here. Give me the 25 with the long extension, and this ought to help us. Yeah, that's going to make this much easier. Okay, I made the right choice buying the long extension. That's going to help. And then after this job, I ought to be able to afford the next power washer, and then I can do more intense power washing jobs. I'm out here getting upgrades and shit. It's capitalism, baby. You do the job to buy the equipment to do the job better. It's you buy the equipment to do the job better. I just realized capitalism is basically like an automation machine, an automation game. There is no end goal. There is only production. How much, like, if you were to, I don't know, sweet capitalism and mindless growth. Yeah, man, that's the dream, isn't it? That's the American dream right there. Let's say, like, I don't know, what's the amount of money that you think you would need to, like, just comfortably live forever, and you could just take that money, but the caveat is that you could never earn money again. Like, you choose that amount, and it can't be like $100 billion. It has to be what you think will be enough money to comfortably live for the rest of your life. And then, like, the caveat is that you're never allowed to make money again. If you ever put more money into your bank account, that you'll get sued or something. I'm trying to think. I want to say, like, at my age and like with the amount of time it would need to last, $2 million would probably work, right? But at the same time, with inflation, $2 million isn't going to be worth nearly as much by the time I'm 80. So I don't know. I don't know what the amount would be. It'd be a tricky question to answer. Absolute minimum $500,000. I did the math, but that's only if the housing market doesn't go up. But it'd be a very Spartanic life? Spartanic? I don't think I've ever heard that phrase before. Like Sparta? I don't know enough about Sparta in ancient Greece to know what that means. Minimalist, I see. Well, we're talking like you're allowed to have like a good amount of comfort, but like you can't live in like a mansion. Like, you know, you're not like, you don't have as much money that you like would be paying living paycheck to paycheck if you were working. You can live comfortably. So like, you know, you're able, like, you know, I wouldn't have to live in my 1-bedroom apartment. I could get like a 2-bedroom and like a nice 2-bedroom instead of my crappy 1-bedroom, you know, like that's what we're talking. I think like the amount would have to be for me whatever would effectively equal out to about $50,000 a year. But again, with inflation, $50,000 a year now is not the same. So I would have to like account for the fact that like money's going to be worth less over time. Country would be $1 million because I literally just eat food and pay for rent. I think for me, I think $2 million would do it for me. I have too many vices. Gotta buy those video games, baby. Video games are expensive, man. I was naughty the other day. I usually buy Christmas gifts late to just like I'm not naughty because of this. I was buying my parents Christmas gifts the other day after Christmas. I pretty much always buy Christmas gifts late. My parents are just used to it. I don't like Christmas shopping around Christmas time, so I just buy stuff late and send it then. I was out Christmas shopping for my parents, and I was trying to get Iron Man 3 for my dad because he wants all the Marvel movies. And so I went to Best Buy because I thought they'd have Iron Man 3, and they didn't. But while I was there, I took a look at the video game selection, and I saw that the new Guardians of the Galaxy game was half off. And we're talking, this game is like 2 months old, maybe, and it was half off. It was only $30, and I was like, that's like a really good deal, and I do kind of want to play this game. Like, I didn't want to play it badly enough that I'd buy it at full price, but at half off, I'm willing to buy that. So I ended up buying Guardians of the Galaxy. And I felt kind of bad about it because I was like, I should be out shopping for my parents, but I ended up buying for myself. Funny how people have billions and they could sponsor our entire lives multiple times. Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it? It's hilarious how they get tax breaks constantly too. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Isn't that hilarious? But then, like, I went on to Target's website to, like, I wanted to get Iron Man 3 shipped, and I didn't want to buy it on Amazon, because if you buy the Marvel movies on Amazon, sometimes you get, like, an international copy, and I wanted him to have, like, a regular English copy. And so I bought it on Target, and it turned out because of my Target rewards, I had accumulated a lot of points. I had about $28 worth of points, which I didn't even know was a thing. So I ended up only paying for shipping for this copy of Iron Man 3 for my dad. So it didn't end up being as much of a shitty move for me to buy Guardians of the Galaxy after all. So that was pretty awesome. I basically didn't even pay for it. I paid $6 for shipping. Yeah, it was pretty pog. It's kind of a gamer moment. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a bit gamer. I swear, like, all of, like, the big company CEOs in the world, they all live in the United States, and it's not because, like, the United States is the hub of business. It's because they get tax breaks for being rich. I swear that's a thing. Does it make sense? Fucking no, but all the politicians are in their pockets, so... It's funny when you think, like, because percentages are exponential when it comes to finances, right? It's funny to think if we taxed the rich just a little bit more than we do, we could give tax breaks to poorer people in, like, absurdly high amounts. That's how much money they make. I could pay so much less in taxes if the ultra rich paid, like, 1% more. That's how rich they are. And yet they don't have to. Billionaires brainwash everyone successfully with the trickle-down account. I don't know how people fall for that. It's bullshit. What do you hate money? What do you hate living comfortably? I hate money. I wish I didn't have to worry about money. I wish I didn't have to work ever. Cue the boomers saying that millennials these days don't want to work. Yeah, I don't want to work. I do. But can you really tell me you wanted to work when you were young? Does anybody want to work? No, I don't want to work. Fuck off. I'm going to. It's not like because I'm complaining about it, I'm not gonna go to work, you old boomer. But no, I don't want to work. I just want to make videos and jerk off to hentai. What is that so much to ask? I also love when capitalism fanboys argue that we wouldn't be poor if the government stayed out of the economy, as if corporations would immediately torture us for money. As if corporations wouldn't immediately torture us? Is that what you meant? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, I love that shit. It's so stupid. You think the government is responsible for us being poor? No. The government don't help. The government doesn't do as much help as they should. In fact, they don't restrict businesses as much as they should. That's the problem. It's funny that like they're brainwashed into thinking that like taxes are what make companies pay their employees less. No. No, that's not the case at all. Sounds like it's going great. I'm doing my best, bro. I can't believe you left this place in such a fucking mess. This is disgusting. You should be ashamed. Would you ever let your house get into this state? I would feel embarrassed to call Power Wash. I would be like, I have to fix this myself. This is disgusting, you know? This is embarrassing how gross this is. I explained to my brother that a lot of things that make his life so comfortable are from unions and governments, weekends, anti-exploitation. Yeah, seriously. The fact that we only have to like legally work 8 hours a day is because of unions and government regulation. You think they wouldn't? If unions didn't exist, if regulations didn't exist, do you think companies wouldn't make us work 10 hours a day or 16 hours a day? They absolutely would. Bezos should be out here making the excuse that you're poor because you don't work enough hours. Infinite hate, yeah. Some hokey. Some bullshit, man. God, I love talking about capitalism and wage gaps while power washing someone's house. It's important to talk about, though. You know what I hate more than anything is that, at least in America, I don't know how it is in Europe or whatever, but I hate that people treat like opinions like these like a fucking partisan issue. No. there's nobody that doesn't benefit from stricter regulations or higher taxing of the rich. That's not a partisan issue. It really isn't. It doesn't hurt anybody except for the people who are making a ton of money. And it wouldn't hurt them enough to make even half of a difference. I just harbor so much hatred for people. The door frame's a little dirty still. Oh, because the outside. Outside's. It's really fascinating to me how all politics are treated as partisan issues as if we didn't have the same human needs. It makes me so mad. There's so many things that are just that shouldn't be partisan issues that are somehow, and it doesn't make a lick of sense. A lot of Christianity involved in government. There's a ton in U.S. politics too. You ever hear U.S. politicians talk, especially on the right side? They bring up God so often. I don't think we've had a single president that hasn't been Christian. They have to show that love of God or they can't be elected. I mean, shit, our dollar bills have the word "In God We Trust" written on them. I don't trust in God. I don't even believe in God. Why is that on my money? I have some things to say to God if he's listening, you know? Like, hey God, why do I get hiccups? That's kind of fucked up, dog. We just have imaginary buildings on our money? That's kind of cool, though. Some architect was just drawing some blueprints and they were like, hey, put this motherfucker on a bill. They didn't want to give any country more importance. They just made some bridges and stuff. Oh, that's right, because you all use that European universal currency stuff. I get it. I get it. We just have that weird triangle with the eye on it that like people reference with the Illuminati. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know where the triangle with the eyeball comes from. I'm sure I could look it up, but I'd rather stay ill-informed. Damn, we're making some real progress here. We got one face of the house left to go. Can I get hit by a car in this game? Can I power wash other houses? Oh. It doesn't let me go that far. The house looks beautiful. Now this looks like a great place to stay. Actually, this person's just kind of a nuisance. Like, look at this very clean, very nice neighborhood, and there's this one trash house in the middle of the cul-de-sac. I'm surprised, like, the neighborhood association doesn't go after them for this, honestly. You know what I don't like? I grew up in a neighborhood, or not really grew up. When I first moved to Michigan, my parents lived in a neighborhood like this, kind of like this, except imagine that all of the houses look exactly the same. Like, super clean neighborhood, all of the houses look exactly the same. Just a very nice place, and I hated it. I hated it. You know what I think? You know what I think? I've learned this about myself, and I think I've learned it about anyone who's normal in general. Too much peace is a bad thing. Things can't be too perfect because you know this is hiding some kind of dark secret. That's what I think. Like, everyone in this neighborhood has to be like a racist or something. This has to be like a primarily white neighborhood. The neighborhood association has to be like super controlling of every little thing. Like, I'm sure these hedges have to be like a certain height, or otherwise they aren't allowed. You know, stuff like that. That's what my neighborhood had when I was a kid. Super strict rules like that to make sure everything stayed in line, and it was disgusting. I hated it. Oh, it's looking the same, looking the same as kind of nightmare shit. It is. It also sucks, like, visually. It sucks to live in a neighborhood where all the houses look exactly the same. It's not interesting at all. The neighborhood is full of bigots and all of them have guns. 100%. I would stake a bet on that. When I lived in Michigan, I lived in a part of town or a city that was like in my hometown, in the town that I grew up in that had a neighborhood like this that I lived in. It was thought of as like a really dangerous place, and people were like, "Oh, you don't want to go to that town. That place is dangerous." But I lived there, and it's not dangerous at all. It's just not that like perfect. It has like a little bit of chaotic without being too bad. And I've come to understand that I need to live in a place like that. I can't live in a place that is too peaceful. I also pity young teens that live there because it feels like without a car, you're practically trapped. You are. There was no buses that ran in my town. No public transportation whatsoever. It was a rich kid town. You had a car or you couldn't move. 100%. I hated that town. When I became an adult, I mean, like when my parents got divorced, my mom moved out of that town. And when I became an adult, I pretty much, I still went to high school there because they had a really good video program. But after I became an adult, I pretty much avoided going there at all costs. Sean still lives there. You know, our buddy Green, he still lives there. So when I would go and visit him, I'd have to drive through there. And I could feel myself getting judged for my old, crappy, rusted car. Because everything has to be perfect there. Everyone drives nice cars, nice, expensive new cars. So my car didn't fit in with that. But then, like, I'd drive home, and I'd drive past 3 cars that were shittier than mine. So that felt like home to me. I love lively towns and cities with lots of little stores and markets. Yeah, me too. I need that. I need that, like, energy. I could never live somewhere that was as perfect as that town. I hated it. Like, yeah, the crime rate's really low, but there's also a lot of, like, really shitty people who just don't happen to not do crimes. Having a low crime rate does not equate to having a nice populace. That's what I've learned. If your crime rate is too good, your people probably suck. Crime rate may be low, but so is the rate of personal growth. Yeah, people just stuck being shitty. I have to do a lot of touch-up work on this wall. This wall is a lot larger than the other one, and because it goes up to a second story. Or maybe not, it's just taller. You know what, the other side had a garage, that's why it was shorter. I'm glad that the area I moved into in Oregon is pretty similar to where I was living before. Like, it's not perfect at all. There are some problems for sure, and I like that. I'm okay with that. Do I have? Yes, I live right in the heart of the city. There's a ton of stuff around me. I'm 2 minutes away from the grocery store I shop at. A good number of restaurants nearby and everything too. City popped up. Yeah, it's great here. It's weird because like it's the same population size as you know, the town I was living in before. But it feels like a bigger city. It feels much more like big city-esque. Like there's the easiest way I can describe it is to like point out that there's no Walmarts near me. Like all the Walmarts are like a solid 10-minute drive out of town. Like everything is so like close together and like I don't know how to describe it. Like compact here that you couldn't fit a Walmart. And I like that. It's really I'm a big fan of that. I'm sure it's not for some people, but I like it a lot. Living in a village terrifies me. Like, what if the next door is an hour away and I forgot my wallet there? When I was driving across the country, like we passed through like I mentioned in the video, like we passed through so many areas where like there'd be like a small, tiny town that clearly had like 3 houses and a gas station. And then there wasn't another town for like 20, 30 miles. Like, how do you live there? How do you live there? Like not even in terms of like me judging people for like living that kind of lifestyle, just like legitimately, how do you survive in an environment like that? How do you get your basic needs in an area like that? I do not understand it. It was weird. I'm going to take the short extension and try the 40 and see how it works on this. The 40's been kind of useless, but if I have the short extension, it might work. Yeah, it's not doing the best job. I'd probably be better with no extension and a 25. What if you have a manager card? Yeah, yeah. It was so weird, dude. Like, I wanted to like stop and interview people, but I felt like if they saw my haircut and my tight jeans, they would shoot at me. It's unfortunate, but that's what America's like. So, you know, can't fuck around. I legitimately am afraid of like being in an area like that for too long. I think I'm too unusual for areas like that. I stand out too much. Even if I tied my hair back in a ponytail, it would still look really weird to them. I'm always amazed that people willingly travel to the U.S. Like, I guarantee, you know, European is built for the occasion that someone walks by with a gun in their pants. It's alarming. I do not like it. I see people all the time in my stores. They just would have a gun hang out of their back of it. It's like, what are you doing by having that? Frightening people around you? Oh, it's for self-defense. No, you're scaring people actively. I'm going to say it, and you know what? This is the kind of thing that would make some people really, really mad. But I'm going to say it. If you're the kind of person who walks around with a gun clipped to your belt, you have a tiny, micro penis. You are clearly compensating for something. And that's just the truth. That's just the God's honest truth. You know, I'll bring out your own words. God's honest truth. You have a tiny, pathetic little wiener. Clearly. Well, Mac, you're the main character. That's just your fate. Yeah, you're probably right. Like, concealed carry is one thing. Open carry, you're fucking pathetic. You're clearly afraid of something. You're clearly afraid of being judged or something. I never met anyone who's super into guns and had a personality and had a personality outside of that, you're 100% right. People who live like that, people who open carry, their entire personality is gun guy. That's their existence, and it's pathetic. I feel like the only way we can get rid of people like that is by shaming them. Honestly. Just make fun of them for how sad it is. But then we'll get shot. It's really kind of a catch-22 situation, huh? Driveway's done. Beautiful. Now I just got to deal with the roof. I don't know if there's anything else beyond that. Can I get up on the roof with this step ladder? Oh, do I have it? Is this ladder a thing? Oh, it is. Okay. So this is a whole situation, huh? I haven't found a good way to deal with people who victimize themselves because anything you say just feeds their fantasy of being a victim. Because that's what open people carry do. They think they're victims, and there is no arguing with them because they're just on their own shit and they have a bunch of other people backing them up. But, like, at the end of the day, I think, legitimately speaking, I think that when those people defend themselves, they're actually working against themselves. Like, when you hear people talk about open carry, they're like, oh, well, I got to use it to defend myself. And it's like, okay, defend against what? Defend against what exactly? It's like, well, what if someone pulls a gun on me? And it's like, okay, well, if people couldn't have guns, then that wouldn't happen, would it? Would it? That doesn't make much sense now, does it, sir? Because if we took away everyone's guns, there would be no threat of you having a gun pulled on you, would there? But that doesn't work. It doesn't work on that. And then, like, people pull out, like, the whole human right thing. It's like, it's my right to have a gun. It's like, I know that, like, when the United States was formed, that was a thing. You know, the United States Constitution states that it is your right to have a gun. That's true. That's correct. I'm not going to argue with that. But the Constitution was written when people lived hundreds of miles apart and had to protect themselves from wolves and bears. We don't live in a society like that anymore. It's no longer, I wouldn't say, a human right for you to have a gun. Human rights are like water, food, the ability to openly express yourself. It's not the ability to carry a weapon capable of killing somebody. That's not a right. That doesn't make any sense. Your human rights aren't being violated by somebody taking away your ability to kill somebody else. Your human rights aren't being violated by taking away one potential defense option. There's a lot of other defense options, you know? The rest of the world, maybe guns are too dangerous to get to everyone in the U.S. No, it's fine. Exactly. It's because, I swear to God, it's because of that goddamn Constitution. It's because someone decided to write in there, it's a right to own guns. Now everybody thinks that it's just a thing they have to have. And it's like, no. This was written in a time when guns had a more practical use beyond quote-unquote protection. It's not a human right to carry a gun at all. I will stand by that. I would fight for that. As an outsider, most of the freedom talk in the U.S. is about the freedom to suffer. Like, why do you, it's all about, people talk about a lot of personal freedoms. It's all like a very selfish approach to freedom. I want to have the choice of how I want to fuck myself. Yeah, it's all about like the freedom of choice. And I get why people want to have that. But you're looking at it in way too selfish of a light. You can't look at things like that. If you want the right to carry a gun, you have to consider the impact of everybody having guns. When people argue against gun control laws, I want to show them an unhinged person who shouldn't have a gun. You know, if you want to protect your right to have a gun, you're protecting that person's right to have a gun too, whether you like it or not. And that angle isn't considered by people like that. They're only concerned about their personal freedoms. I want the freedom of living. Yeah, I want the freedom of not potentially having a gun pulled on me at some point. And you know, you can't even say, like, if you live a life where you wouldn't get a gun pulled on, you can't even say that because there's crazy people out there, you know? There's this guy, I think his name was Michael Rafferty. I've seen interrogation videos with this dude. He shot and killed a guy for hitting him from behind, right? This guy at a gas station, parked in the handicap spot. Michael Rafferty went to, like, check if they had handicap plates, started getting in a fight with the man's girlfriend who was in the car, and so the guy shoved him from behind, and this guy Michael pulled a gun and shot him, even though the guy did not have a weapon and showed no intent to continue the aggression. He shot and killed him. Someone who's a father. And you watch the interrogation footage, and this guy talks about, like, oh, I'm not a violent person. I would never do this just out of hatred or whatever, or anything like that. But then, like, they investigated this guy, and it turned out there was multiple situations where there was, like, fights in traffic, road rage, and he pulled a gun on somebody. He was a ticking time bomb. He was waiting to shoot somebody. He was waiting for the day that he would have a chance to shoot somebody. That guy shouldn't have a gun. Plain and simple. That guy was pulling guns out for things that didn't warrant such a thing. I want to be free to choose nice things, not have the choice between two awful things. Yeah, I don't understand it, man. I just don't. Actually, even candy's more heavily. You're probably right, honestly. You're probably right. I don't understand it. You know what I think should, like, and this is like a bare minimum thing. I think there should be a lot more gun control personally. I don't think people should have guns, period, personally. But at a base level, like, if you have kids, you shouldn't be allowed to have a gun. Plain and simple. They're like every fucking school shooter out there, they had parents who owned guns who didn't keep them locked up safely. Every single one. And you hear all these stories about, like, kids who got their hands on guns and accidentally killed a sibling or something like that. If you have kids, you shouldn't have a gun. If there is a child in the home, there should be no guns. Doesn't matter if it's safely locked behind a gun safe. You just shouldn't have a gun. You know what I'm really happy about? There was a let me rephrase this. You know what I'm glad to see? There was a school shooting in Michigan not too long ago. Mike mentioned it on the podcast because his dad actually happened to be nearby when it happened. And the kid who was the shooter, his parents are getting charged for manslaughter. They're getting they're charging his parents because they were the ones who owned the guns, and I think that's great. That's a good thing. They should get charged for that because there wouldn't have been a gun in the house if not for them. That kid wouldn't have had access to guns if not for them. I'm glad to see that kind of thing. I want to see more of it. Of course, more than anything, I want to see better counseling and students taken care of better to the point they don't feel the need to do such a thing, but one step at a time. This wholesome power washing game got kind of heavy, huh? What else can we talk about? How am I on the roof right now? I've got like toes on the roof to keep myself supported right now. Actually, I had to pee really bad, so I'll be right back.
And I don't know if I would consider hentai to be a wholesome topic, Mike. But more than anything, I already spent a half an hour on a podcast talking about that. What more do you want to know?
For how uncomfortable you are with that conversation, why are you asking for more? On the train, my friend had to show her ticket and her hands were a bit shaky, but the man scanning her ticket was also shaky because of the train. He said, it seems like we're having a competition as who is shakier. Oh, that's cute. That's funny. 20 years from now, they're going to be married. I'm calling it now. Or maybe not. We'll see what happens. One of my coworkers, a good dude, his name is Brandon. Him and I have been talking a lot at work, and he's pretty into like anime and manga like me, and so especially like, well, he likes that stuff a lot like I do, and when I put out my road trip video, I went and I put a bunch of my stickers out on the break tables at work, so people would like go and look at the channel and maybe check out the new video. And through that, he ended up watching my Berserk video because he's a big fan of Berserk too. And today he said some really nice things about it, and that was very wholesome. Like he went really in depth with it. Like, you know how I can tell. Speaking of wholesome, I wanted to say I'm happy I got to watch catch streams and watch your videos on 2021. They are definitely. Oh, well, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you're watching. It's always a joy to have you in the chat. That's so sweet of you to say. But you know how I can tell when somebody's being nice versus legitimately like complimenting my work it's you know, it really it's how specific they are, you know. And Brandon, like, this morning, like, told me he watched the video and, like, gave me really specific compliments on it and talked about, like, how strong he thought the script was and that he could tell I'd worked on the script for a long time before putting the video out. And I was like, I did. That's so nice of you. I absolutely did. And then his wife, who also works at the store but in a different department, I was talking to her today about something unrelated, and she mentioned that, like, through him, she had seen that same video, and she talked about how, like, she thought I was really good on camera and thought I had a really good presence on camera, and I was like, oh, people are being so fucking nice. I feel like, you know, until I switched my channel to more like video essay style compliment, or very video essay style content, the compliments that I would get on my work would be very like surface level, very plain compliments, like, oh, I like the editing, it's really good editing or whatever. But like ever since I switched to the video essays, people have been really specific about what they like about my videos, and that feels really good because it feels to me more like they actually really appreciate the work that I put in. And I really like that. That's a very feels good moment. Like, it's great getting a bunch of views and all. That's wonderful. I'm definitely happy about that. But more than anything, I like reading all the comments that have really specific things that they like about it. I've gotten so many comments from people who like the copyright protection boys, and it makes me so happy. Because when I came up with that idea, I thought it was so funny. So it feels really good to see people that people like that too. Your return on investment is bountiful. It really has been this year in particular. I'm really hoping to keep that train going in 2022. I really want to go into my channel with even more dedication than I already have. I want to like bust out a bunch of videos and really make 2022 a big year. You know, I said once when my Godzilla video was blowing up, I said to my friend Jake, I said, I think this is gonna be a really big channel, a really big year for my channel, and I was right. And I'm very pleased with how this year has been for my channel. I think it's been wonderful. But I want to make 2022 even bigger. I want to make it even better. Like, not only in terms of my video, not only in terms of like views and like subscribers, but in terms of my videos. I want my videos to just like, you know, by the end of 2022, I definitely want to feel like my Berserk video sucks compared to whatever I'm doing now. StarCraft 3 looks different. I don't know, it's got the RTS stuff still going for it, right? Real-time power washing. I know like I tend to put a lot of pressure on myself to like do better and be better, but like I really feel like I can do it. I missed the ping. How did you miss the ping, you idiot? Hit that fucking bell. There's no bell on Twitch. Sorry to hear that, Scorpion. You missed me talking about capitalism and gun laws. We were talking about that for a while. Real-time scrubbing. 2022, your Berserk video will be absolute trash. That's the goal. That's always the goal. That is always my goal. To make. I want to cringe at the Berserk video in a year's time. 100%. The way I was able to with my Death Stranding video, I cringe at that video quite a bit now. And I was really proud of it when it came out. And I want to do the same with the Berserk video. I want to cringe at that shit. I want it to look like fucking... I want it to look like hot amateur garbage. I was raiding. Damn. I'm losing the boy to MMOs. I'm glad I waited to join then, lol. This stuff doesn't sound fun. It wasn't fun. I intentionally pivoted away, but I feel like we got... You know, it's an important thing to talk about sometimes. It can't all be fun in games in these live streams. Sometimes we gotta get serious. Gotta talk about some shit, you know? Yeah, it's unpleasant to talk about, but someone's gotta. Can we talk about how hilarious it is that Final Fantasy XIV had to be... They had to stop selling Final Fantasy XIV because too many people were trying to play it? That's amazing. And also, really good on Square Enix part. Because so many developers have just, like, take the money and be like, yeah, it'll be fixed when it's fixed. But not Square Enix. Not the Final Fantasy XIV team. They are like, no. We're going to fix this. We're going to stop selling the games so people who already have it can play it. It's awesome. It's hilarious. Let's talk about goth girlfriends. What about them? The Final Fantasy XIV dev team is just so wholesome. I can't believe that the guy who does the soundtracks just fought with cancer this year and kept working on music the entire time and didn't tell anybody. That's insane. I want one. What are you gonna do to get one then? They're not gonna magically appear. Santa's not gonna bring you a fucking goth girlfriend, Scorpion. What are you doing to ensure goth girlfriend acquirage? Let's start with that. I heard part of it is also like because of limited hardware availability, they can't even make. Yeah, they tried. They tried to like offer like a lot of money for servers to companies, and they just weren't available. He's in remission now, but like he had, I can't remember. It was like lung cancer or something like that. Dude literally hid it from everybody and announced it at like a panel for some convention. And it's super wholesome because the director of the game, whose name I'm blanking on right now, was like crying and was like, "I'm so upset that my friend went through this, but I'm so glad you're better." I'm unfamiliar with the art of making a goth girlfriend feel loved and happy, so they stay. That's like kind of sad. I highly recommend looking up that video because like all the staff on stage like had no idea that he had cancer. But it's a very wholesome moment at the convention. Trick part is that if a goth girl feels loved and happy, they might stop being goth. You have to keep them miserable enough to stay goth. Well, of course. How else was he going to afford the cancer treatment, my dude? I think the key to a goth girlfriend is making sure that you humor whatever their goth interests are so that they feel that they're being supported while still being in a happy relationship, and they can stay tied to whatever made them goth in the first place, you know? It's okay, under capitalism, none of us will feel true happiness. True that. Maybe he just did some RPG Maker game OSTs under the table. Maybe, man. I think people would have taken notice. They would have been like, this sounds familiar. You guys ever dated somebody who just like, and I know a lot of you are virgin losers. but bear with me here. You ever dated somebody who just like did not engage at all with your interests? That shit kills me. I've been in relationships where like I tried really hard to like engage in the person's interests and like in their hobbies and try to like get behind it. Like I'd listen to their music and stuff and they wouldn't be at all interested in mine, and I'd kind of be like, there's no give and take here. It's just give. I would never date someone like that. Sometimes you don't know until you're already in the relationship though. Sometimes you don't know they're not going to give a shit about your interests. Not wrong, but I'm still angry. You can't fight the truth, my dude. Sorry to say it. People tasted Walter's Crystal Blue, but didn't know. But that doesn't mean they knew him. The difference is he hadn't made Crystal Blue before. Scorpion knows what I'm talking about. There's only so much I could talk about food and weather. I need to talk about anime at some point.
I feel like it's part of like the growing pains of a relationship. Like in the honeymoon phase, you might be able to like tolerate that like they're not that into video games. But when it gets to a point where like they actively don't listen when you talk about video games, that can be really frustrating. That's how I feel. Or like, you know, and this is going to sound really silly, but it's true. If I dated a girl who wasn't into One Piece, and after dating them for a while, they still never gave One Piece a chance, that might be a deal breaker for me. Like if you don't like One Piece, that's fine. I can accept that. But if you won't even give it a chance while I gush about how much I love it, come on, bro, you're not even trying to understand me. At least read volume 1 and just, you know, decide it's not for you. That's fine. But show some interest, man. I was busy clipping. What were you clipping? I don't know why you would be interested in someone if you're completely adverse to their interests. No. Well, sometimes people are like that. There's just some people out there who want to be like listened to and like cared about, but aren't necessarily putting in the work to do the same for you. There's different ways as people like approach relationships. Not like for me, when I approach a relationship, I want to find somebody that like I can be there for, and like I can be interested in the things they're interested in. But that doesn't necessarily mean they want the same for themselves. I don't know how to put it. Unless their dick is huge, in which case you need to work harder for that. That's what a therapist is for. Do they not want to pay for one? I don't know, dude. Mac, why is my pee-pee hard? Because we're talking about goth girls, that's why. And also because this is oddly satisfying, and I would assume that would make you horny. Look, I'm not saying it's... This is why I'm saying that this is a relationship that doesn't last. I'm not saying that, like, you want to date somebody who's like that, but I'm saying people are like that. I have dated women who just took no interest in what I had to talk about, and it didn't last. Big fucking surprise. It's a big deal breaker for me. I have a bookshelf full of graphic novels. If, you know, 6 months into a relationship, they've never like looked at one and be like, hey, do you mind if I borrow this? Then that's probably not a relationship that's gonna last. That's how I feel, honestly. I don't date people like that. I break up with them. I'm talking about why it's a turnoff, guys. What are you not understanding here? Shut up, Sean. How do you break up with them if you don't date them then? You have to date them a little bit to find out you don't want to date them. Am I crazy here? You guys are virgins. You don't know what you're talking about. Bet you guys use Reddit or something. Wait, is dating like just getting to know each other or being in a relationship? I'm talking more about dating. You know, we're talking like, I mean, you know, inevitably you get into a relationship, but sometimes like, especially if you're dating someone that you didn't know beforehand, like if you're dating like someone you were friends with beforehand, like you already have an idea of what their relationship's gonna look like, and yeah, you're not gonna date them if they've already shown you they're not interested in your interests, but like, you know, let's talk about like online dating. You go and date someone that you've never met before, and you go on a few dates and, you know, maybe like, you know, do relationship type things and, you know, be in a relationship, but then you come to find they're not interested in your interests, then you end that relationship. You have to date them a little bit to find that out. I can tell from the first conversation if they're not interested in anything I say, I will get rid of them. See, I'm not very good at picking up on cues like that. I've never been very good at picking up on cues like that. In fact, sometimes I straight up tell people I'm not good at picking up on cues so that they can make things more obvious for me. So I have to, it takes some time for me to figure that out sometimes. I'm really bad at interpreting cues in general. It's part of my anxiety. What post am I missing? I guess it's got to be one of the corners, right? I can't jump off the roof and break my legs. That's cringe. Well, sometimes I just want to be slept with, Sean, so... Once I talk to someone who would even be interested in me talking about his hobbies, like he had a whole Breath of the Wild tattoo and he would not talk to me about it when he... What? That person sounds like a sociopath. It sounds like they got the Breath of the Wild tattoo as a conversation starter. But then they didn't follow through on the conversation part. Yeah, excuse me, that was fucking gross. Square Enix published this game? Really? Can you be horny enough to get a Legend of people get tattoos for dumb reasons, Micro. Let's be real about this. Let's not pretend. Which post is still dirty? Oh, I'm very horny. I think we all know that after that podcast episode. God damn. Remember what this place looked like before I got here? It was disgusting. Look at it now. It's beautiful. You're welcome. So I'll get a round of applause from me. It did, but then it killed it immediately. Yeah, what the fuck was that episode? What? You didn't like it? I thought you would like it. I thought it was funny. I thought that was a great episode. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, playground time. Let's go. If you're so horny, then why do you always sound so uncomfortable when I mention age games in our private calls? Do I? I don't think I do. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's my repressed sexuality. I just didn't know you genuinely enjoyed art. Why do you think why would I make so many jokes about hentai if I didn't legitimately love hentai? All right. You know what? I shouldn't mention this. I shouldn't, but I'm going to say it. I told Sean about this and it's really absurd. I saw on Reddit someone like suggested like you should make yourself a personal Discord server where you can put things you need to remember in the chat or like put links to things you want to buy. You can make different channels for like different things. It's a really good way to stay organized. And I was like, man, that's a great idea. And I made a personal Discord for myself and I have only used it. I have only used it to post links to doujins I intend to read. That's all it's used for. I made a personal hentai Discord. Okay? Are we on the same page about this now? I love hentai. Oh, good. Jake's here, too. Organized horniness? Yes, exactly. Invite me? No. I don't know. I don't want you to know what I'm into. Although I guess everybody kind of does now. Okay, what's your favorite then? Hang on. I bet I can find... I don't know if I have a favorite, but I definitely have ones that I like. Let me find one. Here, yeah, okay, let's talk about this too. I use the reactions on Discord to like mark whether or not I've read it, and if it's one that I like, I use a different reaction. 353720. I'm not repeating it. Go check it out. Wait, that's the wrong one. Never mind. Don't check that one up. That one sucks. Wait, what the fuck? Well, I just saw it and then I thought I read it, but that was the wrong one. 366908. That's the one. That's the one. That's the good one. You haven't have an emoji system? I have to stay organized. I hate this. I hate this this live stream. This is gonna get memed to death, isn't it? I'm making a Discord emoji with those numbers. What the fuck is wrong with vanilla? You guys don't like seeing someone get fucked? What are you, gay? Vanilla is great. It's just wholesome, fun times. Look, I don't care about the story doesn't matter. It's the art that's good, my dude. Looks solid, but I can't understand it. The story is all that matters? Okay, alright. Whatever you say, bud. I don't like this topic anymore. Let's move on to something else. Let's talk about let's talk about how this playground ended up like this. The story is what starts the horny? No, bro, it's the fucking art. The art is important. The story is what makes the hentai. Okay, you're being a meme right now. Look, the story is like 10% of the horny. The art style and the good panels are the other 90%. You know what, Jake? We all enjoy porn in our own different ways. So let's just leave it at that. Let's agree to disagree. I jack off to words. If I wanted art, I'd read NTR, but I don't. Explain ARP, that's all story. Well, it's not for me. Why do they make hentai without pictures? You guys are just into weird shit. That's what I think. I need to see something. It has to be visual, my dude. You can make a diagram with that? A diagram of what? Porn? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Why are we still talking about this? Oh, I have enough money for the new power washer, guys. I think, right? Yeah, it's like most of my money, but it's fucking worth it. Let's go, boys. How do I switch? No. What? Why can't I switch? There it is. Do I have like different tech for this one? I do. I have to buy the extensions again if I want it. But I bet if I attach the 25, it would be as effective as the 15 now, right? Beautiful. Pog new power washer. The silence speaks volumes. What silence? What did I say? It's called erotica and it's art. It's all art, but the art is the most important part for me. You're apparently not charismatic enough to divert from porn. I'm not charismatic at all. I don't know why anybody watches these streams. I'm literally power watching while talking about stuff that I jerk off to for entertainment. Talk about handmade to your audience that is big into. Look, I was just trying to prove a point, okay? Why did I even bring that up? I don't even remember. Oh, right, because you thought I wasn't into hentai. You thought it was some kind of meme. I hate this conversation, Jared. I really do. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Can we talk about StarCraft? Sean, no one has anything to say about StarCraft except for you. What do you want me to say about it? It is a video game. I don't know anything about StarCraft. What do you want to talk about? Jesus Christ. Is that Austin? You haven't been on these live streams in a long time. How you doing, bud? What am I missing here? Where's the, there you are. Fuck. Now I want an invite. This will be my new scarf joke. I'm not giving you an invite to my hentai server. That's for me. I want to talk about Luna. Luna's doing well. Is Luna okay? She's great. She's fine now. Can I like power? I can power wash the ball, guys! Yo, hang on. Give me the 0. Do you think I'll break it if I use the 0? I don't know how I'm gonna get it out of this corner now. There we go. Yeah! Woo! This is fun. Let's make a mini game out of this. Power wash ball. How much Tatsuyama does Luna listen to? About as much as me, since I listen to it at full volume. How's your mom doing? Oh, yeah, Mike, wrong Austin. Luna is little and baby. Get the ball in the dinosaur. I'll do my best. Luna is such a baby. She's been good. She's just been very... I was snuggling with her before the live stream started while I waited for my camera to end up not getting delivered. Fuck, I'm on top of the ball. Can I even get it on the dinosaur? It's going to be hard to get on top of the dinosaur. I'll try, though. How are they going to make a minigame out of this if I don't prove it's possible? I want to get it up on a slide. I guess I could try the stairs, too. I inadvertently cleaned the dinosaur by power washing the ball enough. Hot Mom Austin might be in the chat somewhere. He lurks a lot. I remember you guys talking about a hot mom. I feel like we brought her up a few episodes in a row. Yeah, Mike kept joking about it until Austin showed us a picture. Come on, ball. Get up over the lip. Come on. I feel like the slide side would be way easier. So, oh, you know what? I bet if I tried like a weaker gun, it might be easier too. If I try the other gun, because it has a slightly less power. So if we use like slightly less power, we can like push a little more gently. Come on, it's so hard to like get it out of the wall or the corner. If I switch to the 15, push it a little more gently. No, don't go over the lip, don't go over the lip, don't go over the lip, damn it. Oh my god, this is way harder than I thought. See you in 2 days, Jake. I wouldn't expect Hitman to be your kind of game, but Hitman's fucking great. I would throw up if anyone found my parents hot. He hates it. Austin hates that joke, but it's so funny. Man, I still want to play Hitman on stream at some point. I want to play through all Hitman 1 and 2 and 3. Those games are so much fun. I'm assuming that Scorpion found the Dojin that I sent hot and is going to jerk off to that based on the capital letters, but even if he denies that, I'm still going to assume that's what it is. Back in the day when I, did gameplay videos on my channel, I had some Hitman videos that were like, compared to the rest of my stuff, bangers. They kind of suck in comparison to now, but it was $10 on, or it was $13 on Amazon. Man, I still don't have 3. I should have gotten that. In I don't know why I saw, he said FF and I should have known that meant Final Fantasy, but I thought Freddy Fazbear, so. Still is till the 4th. Hey, that's pretty pog. What's your bad news, Sean? Oh! Fuck it. Man. You piece of shit ball. Almost got it. Come on. Get on up there. Get on up there. I like how Jake and Jared showed up to talk about hentai and are now leaving. That's so on brand. I was gonna get you that Dochin for Christmas, but it's not. I can live with that, buddy. Oh, come on. Fucking bitch! Give me the other gun again. They said what they needed to say, said, and now seem to have other things to tend to. Apparently. I mean, I'm happy for them. Good boys, those two. Okay. This should be an Olympic sport. Fucking! Hang on. Hang on. How have I not done this yet? How have I not done this yet? Yes! Yes! Power wash your penis! I didn't think about it till I was just doing this thing. Kind of made it hard on this one. That's kind of cute. Come on, you piece of shit ball. Get up there. Okay. Rather than power washing it right now, we should... Fuck. Give me the 15. Give me the 15. Yes. No, I need you to stop moving. My friend. That was too much. Give me the 25. No, don't go off the edge. Oh. I'm trying way harder at this than I should, probably. Come on, I need you to get away from the wall, my friend. Thank you. Roll a little bit further. Just a little bit further. I don't have like a direct way to do this, which is not helping. I didn't expect it to be this hard either, and like part of me wants to give up, but part of me is like I can't give up. You know, the people believe in me. That's how I feel right now. Give me the 40. Let's go with even less power. No, don't go off. Don't go off. Okay. I just need it to like stop at the opening. That's probably a lot to ask, but fuck. I don't believe in you that much. Well, that just makes me want to do it more. I feel like you know that and you do that intentionally. Okay. Come on. Quit moving around, you damn ball. Sit still. Okay. This might be too much power, actually. Let's go with the 15. God damn it. I need to, it needs space. I need space to do it, and I'm not going to get it, am I? Fuck! I can't give up now. I feel like I promised something, and I can't just take it away now. Okay, get it to bounce off the wall there. Then we're going to switch to the 25 to get it back up on the lip. Switch to the 40 to get it into a decent position. Come on, you piece of shit. Okay, slow down. Okay. We're going to slowly kind of barely push it along. I mean, you know, at least we can feel good knowing I'm doing a little bit of cleaning while I'm doing this. Imagine the people who hired me coming out here and seeing this. Yes! Come on, come on, go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Go, you piece of shit, go! No, roll back down. Don't roll back down. No one said you could roll back down. I don't think it's going much higher. I got it on the dinosaur. That's all I need to know. I fucking did it. I fucking did it. Now get in the corner, you piece of shit ball. Now let's clean this son of a bitch. Oh my god, this power wash is amazing. The 40-degree angle is actually useful now. That was a truly Poggers moment, I have to say. If ever there were such a thing as Pog, that would be it. Oh, gross. When I look at all this mud and dirt, I just think of all the children that have been on this, and it makes me want to throw up. Now chat is just me and my unwavering wholesome energy again. I'm okay with that. I didn't like the turn that took for a while. I don't like being judged for the things that I jerk off to personally. I don't I just want to enjoy my porn in peace without having to feel like I have to prove myself to anybody. I didn't think that was so much to ask, but here we are. Sometimes I post in the Discord server and I'm like, huh, I'm the only one in here like this. Everyone just wants to bully me. That's how Twitch viewers are. They just bully the people that they watch. Bully and gaslight me. That's what Twitch viewers are for. I imagine the server would be rather grim for you otherwise. It's fine, honestly. It's all in good fun, so I don't care. I know deep down they like me, even if they've never actually say it. They are all tsunderes. They love me, but they have to insult me. Twitch is a bunch of tsunderes. That's actually really accurate. This new power washer is amazing. Can we just acknowledge how much more quickly this is going? Because I can use the 25 the same way I would the 15. This is awesome. These are the only guns people should be carrying. Power washers. Everybody can just power wash each other when they're mad. I don't want the power washer to be quick. I want this moment to last forever. It's not gonna be the last time I play this game. Isn't it really late for you anyway? Why aren't you in bed? Why are you watching me? You gotta take care of your sleep schedules. Is it because you're on break from work or something? I mean, I don't care either way. I think sacrificing your sleep schedule to watch my streams is totally valid, but
It's 3 a.m. indeed. Yeah, that sounds about right. There's no point in fixing my Switch schedule because it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. But you have to get lots of rest so you can be there when the 24-hour live stream starts. There's a reason. Potluck sounds fun. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with potlucks. I don't like having to bring something, which I know is the whole point, but like, I'm lazy. And an asshole. I'm both of those things. I'll sleep while y'all play Valheim because that game makes me sleepy. Fair enough. It is a very relaxing game. I don't know if we'll play Valheim. I mean, you know, who can say what's going to happen, but I know we aren't starting with Valheim, so depending on how gripped we are by the first game, which will be Borderlands 3, we might not be playing Valheim for nearly as much time. Good for you, Sean. I'm actually super hungry right now. I didn't eat when I got home, so I'm just kind of starving over here. But it's fine, because someone's got to... If I don't clean off this Stegosaurus, who will? I don't really have an opinion. I'm not that into hummus in the first place, so... It does kind of have a Unit 01 kind of color scheme. It's missing green, though. Am I stuck on his fat tum-tum? I am. Probably shouldn't call it fat. That's kind of mean. Wee! Wee! Clean Stego. I'm gonna clean up all this shit on the outside. Can you slide down the dinosaur? Sure. Hang on a second. Yeah! Slide! Whee! That counted, right? It wasn't just me running down it as a full-grown adult wielding a power washer. I mean, this game doesn't exactly have an apex slide, so... I jumped off it the first time. When are you playing that cool new horror game? Well, I can't until I get my camera back at the very least. But that should be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm playing Dark Souls. Then over the weekend, you know what I'm doing. So maybe like Wednesday? I don't know. Did you just forget why I'm not streaming with a webcam? Or did you think I'm trying to copy Jerma so hard that I just decided to stop live streaming with a webcam most of the time? I have to look away again. I mean, it'll be in VR, so it'll at least be funny watching me freak out. How do you feel streaming without a webcam right now? You know, it was weird at first, but I don't know. I'm so used to having the webcam on that, like, I don't even think about it much anymore.
But there's been a couple times that like I've tried to like look over at the camera to like do like a visual gag, like I frequently do, and it just it just, you know, wasn't there. I'm like used to like working with the camera and I don't have it to work with, which feels a little weird. But it's kind of relaxing because like I don't have to have my bright lights on and in my face. I'm sitting in the dark right now. Like when I stream with the webcam, I lock my chair so I stay in frame, but my chair's unlocked so I can like lean back. I'm sitting in the dark. It's kind of nice. We do another bathtub setup when you get the camera back. What do you mean another bathtub setup? I never did a bathtub setup. When did I do a bathtub setup? You did for a brief time during a stream? I did? I don't remember this at all. Remember it fondly? This is completely just foreign. This may have been a dream you had, Mike. Are you having weird dreams about me? Bathtub is me trying not to say the TH word. TH word? What? Oh, my hot tub streamer. That's what you're talking about. The hot tub streamer. That's what you're talking about. Hot tub streamer mode. I kind of forgot I did that. But you know what? Maybe I'll do it for part of the 24-hour live stream. The mayor's cat Ulysses is missing? I'm going to rescue the goddamn cat. I'll bring my fucking power washer. Someone's got to save that poor little boy. Man, I should try to, like, get a tripod set up in my bathroom and, like, have a full tub of bath water. And then in the middle of the 24-hour live stream, I can just randomly, like, shut off my camera and pretend it's not working. And then, like, when I get it turned back on, I'm in a bathtub. And I just don't acknowledge it. I mean, I guess I kind of ruined the bit by talking about it here, but that would be funny. Power wash the cat off the tree it's stuck to. I'll get a really powerful power washer, and then I'll cut down a tree with the power washer. With the power of, like, super pressurized water. No, I have something selected. I don't mean to. Oh boy, this thing looks fucking gross. But it's metal, so it'd be really satisfying to clean it off. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Doesn't rust at all. Doesn't rust even a little bit. That makes perfect sense. That's what I was wondering. Like, I know there's children here, but like, how did they get it this dirty? How has no one tried to clean it before me? I just don't know. These are questions that may remain unanswered for all of eternity. How does it not rain there? Damn, we must be in the middle of fucking Arizona or something. But then again, all this green grass and trees would suggest otherwise. Maybe there's someone with a reverse power washer. There's an antagonist in this world. At some point, I'm going to have to battle them. There's going to be like a Dragon Ball scene where they're like shooting lasers at each other. But instead, it's like his dirt beam versus my power washer beam. Someone should make an anime out of that. You spent if you spent that much water on power washing in Arizona, I think you'd be assassinated by activists. You're probably right. I'm just spraying it around wildly. You know how I do. I'll be the roundabout. The words will make you out and out. You spend the day away. Call it morning, driving through the sun and in and out the valley. What a great song. What if you're not spraying water but gasoline? This place is dangerous. I'm like, this place is a very dangerous place if that's the case. I mean, like, how long did I spend spraying gasoline all over that soccer ball? It's everywhere. It's not just in the spots that I cleaned. I have a giant boxed water on my back. That's what I'm using to wash this all down. Just a giant carton of box water. Do you like carbonated water, like tonic water? I don't know. I not really. It's kind of weird. Like when I drink carbonated water, I'm like, I don't like it, but I find it like addicting. Like I like want more, even though I don't like the taste of it. It's weird. Did I forget to? I forgot to spray the other side of these two. Oopsie. Hidden lore, Power Washer Man actually wears a gas mask and terrorizes local communities. You're the TF2 pyro seeing the world in delusion. You're right. Literally, I'm like, everything's all childlike and innocent too. I'm just power washing a fucking playground. You're right. This is actually TF2 pyro simulator. I get what you're saying, Mike Grave. I'm with you, but I don't know. I can't help myself liking it sometimes, I guess. Beautiful. That's done. Where to next? I'm trying to like avoid tackling the big shit a little bit, but it is like, it's in terms of like parts, it's all separated. So give me the 15. Like, this place is, like, literally a biohazard. Like, I would not take my child to this play park. I mean, I wouldn't have children to begin with, but I would not take them to this playground. This place is an active biohazard. It's a good thing I'm wearing, like, a fucking hazmat suit. It took me a long time to realize LaCroix isn't booze because I only saw adults drinking it. I don't think children like it. I don't know why they would. LaCroix doesn't exist here, by the way, so I only saw it online, and it has the bougiest design. Really? I mean, that's kind of why I don't drink it either. I tried to, like, switch my Sprite to sparkling water for a bit, and I just couldn't do it, man. I missed my sugary Sprites too much. So now I've got Sprite. I'm drinking a Sprite right now, so... I really enjoy this game. It's really nice to just like sit back, relax, and do some fucking cleaning. You feel me? It's a feel good moment.
Do they make canned champagne? I'm sure somebody does.
If there's a liquid, there's somebody who will can it, I feel like. Swimming is just boomer top for a high gal. Changed my mind. We're not talking about hentai again. You've had your fill of hentai talk for today. Let's talk about something else. And not StarCraft 2. Either. What about StarCraft 1? We're not talking about StarCraft in general. We're not giving attention to... You know what? You're just giving attention to Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, you know? We're supposed to be ignoring them right now. We're supposed to be giving them the silent treatment. We can repaint the cubes. I'm more worried about the caked on dirt. It's a biohazard. There's COVID in the dirt, baby. Look, I bet it's on this side. Nope, they just actually didn't put any like symbols on these cubes. Okay. Just go with the knife and chisel out the shapes instead. I'll turn on my 0 degree power washer nozzle and etch them in using water power. Ugh, excuse me. Activision very evil. Activision bad. Activision cringe. If I call them cringe, I bet it'll get them to change their ways. I like, you know what baffles me more than anything? That there were actual executives at that company who legitimately joked about a Cosby suite. How did they think they were never going to get in trouble for that? It really sucks getting super into a game from such an evil company. Yeah, I bet, you fucking traitor. Next, you're going to tell me Warcraft 3 Reforged is a good game. Rich white men think they can do anything. Most of the time they can't. I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right. If I was a rich white man, I would just legitimately steal candy from babies. I would walk up to parents with their children, steal their candy, and walk away. And then I just watch the parents try desperately to get their child to calm down. I think that'd be really funny. I would bully the parents straight up. Every time I hear more specifics, I get baffled all over again. It's insane. It's insane. Your parents look at you and lecture you or anything, just tell them their freeloading kids need to get a job. They are a menace to society. Cut the middle, baby. Bully the adults. I would just do what that. I would just like learn a bunch of information about like. I would find parents, get my like, get a team of people who are like private researchers, or no, what's the word? Private investigators. I'd hire a bunch of private investigators. Target a couple and their child. Then I would, you know, find out everything I need to know about their like financial situation, about their like history, about all that, and then I would like just make really subtle but really biting comments towards them about how their child ruined their life. Like mention how little money they have and how they would have a lot more if they didn't spend all their money on XYZ for the child. That's what I would do. I just spent like months. I would spend like months preparing to like just say one really awful thing to a parent. That's what I would do. I'd like see them at a store and see them like trying to decide between whether or not they can afford something, and I'd be like, huh, bet you could afford that if you didn't buy a onesie for your baby in 2003. And then I'd buy all of the, then I'd buy everything that they were looking at and walk away. Also, not to bring porn back, but were you genuinely uncomfortable just so I know to avoid? I'm not, like, uncomfortable talking about it. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I just didn't want it to, like, linger for as long as it did. I think I'm a very open person when it comes to, like, my sexual interests. But there are some things that I don't need the internet to know. There are some clips I don't need to have created that are going to haunt me for years, and I know I made some today. I recognize that. I also recognize that I'm going to download those clips and upload them to my own channel in the hopes of getting views. So really, it's like a win-lose situation. I would actually bully other rich people. Yeah, that'd be the good way to go about it. Be the rich vigilante. Be like, that guy's rich, but he uses his money to bully other rich people, so we're okay with that one. I mean, like, if I'm gonna say something horribly embarrassing on the internet, I might as well be the one getting views off of it, you know? I don't want someone else uploading it years from now and getting a ton of views. I want to get the views, goddammit. I said the stupid thing. I can't take it off the internet, so I might as well, you know, take advantage of it. I'm gonna like make merch with that one like hentai code I read out. I'm gonna make merch with that number attached to it. That's what I'll do. You right, Sean. You right. Break your silence about yourself. God, this place is fucking gross. Let me climb up here. Get a tattoo of it or refuse. I don't know if I can fit up here. I might be too big. Okay, no, we're good. Get a tattoo of it and refuse to talk about it when people ask. Come full circle. Yeah, I'll just openly have the link to a hentai on my chest. And anytime I'm shirtless, people will wonder what that number means, and I'll just get really awkward and uncomfortable about it. Make it a QR code. That's a good idea. It's really hard to like get these like lower parts. Or I suppose here we go. I can't stand up under here. You ever think about where all the dirt goes? It gets power washed. It gets fucking annihilated. I delete the atoms out of existence. You know that whole like law of conservation thing? Not a conservation. Not over here, baby. We straight up destroying atoms out here. All right, that was hard to clean. Surprisingly hard to clean. The atoms decompose into its original matter and vanish into the atmosphere to become stars. Yeah. I mean, about what? Conservation of matter? Cutting atoms, I see. Yeah, I mean, look how powerful that is. You want to tell me that's not just cutting through the atoms of dirt? Bullshit. Pressurized water can do anything, baby. Water is the most effective solvent in the universe. Certified chemistry moment, baby. Walter White moment. Methamphetamine moment. Beautiful. Okay, I should probably start with some of the harder stuff now. Let's do this little bridge. Just think about how many highlights of the stream was you saying you'll do another hot tub setup. I don't know why. Maybe because you don't get video games, you just want to see the face part, but the face isn't that interesting. My face, this is something I've really struggled with since I started using a webcam. I've had to like make a conscious effort to be more emotive when I stream, because otherwise like my face looks super boring. That's something I've made a conscious effort to do more. Mark Ray wants to see you in a bathtub, duh. Well, who wouldn't, obviously, but... I thought these bridges were made of wood until I power washed them and saw that they are, in fact, have metal bases. Howdy, Dirt Finder. Put everything on hold. My golf buggy's soiled like you wouldn't believe. Wow, I hate this person. I'd be scared about it though. What if something falls into the water? Like my head? What if someone came and decapitated me in the middle of a live stream? Wouldn't that be weird? Metal Playground sounds awful, and like it would burn. It does. In my hometown, we had like like, you know, when you like touch a metal slide in the middle of summer and it's like you get 3rd-degree burns instantly. It's horrifying. I just realized this game is Viscera, but without the haha so fucked up gimmick and frustrating mop bucket mechanic. It also is lacking the like, hey, have fun picking up a million shotgun shells mechanic. But yeah, you're kind of right. This game has multiplayer, Sean, if you want to get it. Just saying. It do got co-op. I might do actually, really? I mean, I'm legitimately, I am having fun with this game. It is fun to play. So, you know, I'd be down for sure. You know how much it is? It's on sale for, it's $20 normally. It's on sale for $17 right now at the sale. It's not a good sale. Probably because it's like a bit of a newer game. Garfield cart, god damn it. Oh wait, I already washed that off. Could power wash each other into oblivion? That just sounds like it would be like a slightly erotic. Is that just me? Is that just me? It might just be me. No, Sean's thinking it too. I can tell from the emote. Just a couple boys power washing each other. Oh, this is disgusting. It literally feels like a child like shit underneath this tower and just like spread it everywhere. It's horrifying. Give me the 25. Kids do that. It's true, they do. Man, I miss playgrounds, man. Why don't we make adult playgrounds, you know? It's like you think like, oh, you could just go to a playground now as an adult, but no, like, number one, the playgrounds are too small, and number two, you see a grown adult without a child at a playground, and you're calling the cops, 100%. So that's not gonna work out for me. Did you know that if you link your server to Twitch, your subs can use your Twitch emotes everywhere on Discord without Nitro? Really? I think my Twitch is linked to my Discord. I don't know. I want playgrounds for grown people. These swings are too tiny. Exactly. It's a problem, man.
Look at that. A wee boy having a swing. He's got all parked to himself, look. Not a care in the world, eh? Not a care in the world.
Not a care in the world.
I want to have a swing. But can I fuck? I mean, just picture it. You're walking by here, you look in, the whole park's empty except for one person on a swing. But instead of being a wee boy, it's a man. A grown man having a swing. You'd be like that. Check it out, weirdo. But you wouldn't think that just because the guy's having a swing. You would think it because the guy's having a swing by himself. Because
It's
if he had another
true.
guy next to him, you would think, oh, check it out, there's a couple of lads having a laugh.
Oh shit, you're
Be
right.
living
This
up
is how you
childhood,
game
that
the system. This is how you game the system. You bring a bro to the playground with you. Holy shit.
thing, wouldn't you? Or if you had a lassie next to him, you'd think, oh, look, there's a nice wee couple having a wee lovey-dovey swing together. It would look kind of romantic, wouldn't it? But a guy by himself? No.
Dude's planking it hard. You see that form? I feel like he trained for this for 7 months in the mountains, preparing for the moment that he would have to embody a plank of wood.
Well, he's a weirdo, isn't he? And why is that? I mean, I know having a swing's childish, but it's not pure out of order childish. So,
I have no idea what he just said. Are there any like Brits in the chat who can translate what the fuck he just said? I could not understand that.
No. Well, he's a weirdo, isn't he? And why is that? I mean, I know having a swing's childish, but it's not pure out of order childish.
I heard something about childish. It's having a swing is childish. It's a bit childish. Like, what the fuck is in the middle there?
And why is that? I mean, I know having a swing's childish, but
I know having the swing is childish.
it's not pure out of order childish.
I don't know what that is. I can't understand that.
It's not like...
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And why is that? I mean, I know having a swing's childish, but it's not pure out of order childish. It's not like a grown man wearing nappies.
What the fuck is he saying? I pressed F12 by accident, don't mind.
I know having a swing's childish, but it's not pure out of order childish.
What the fuck? I have no idea what he's saying.
It's not like a grown man wearing nappies. And I'll tell you why it is. It's because, see, when you get to about 12 years old, everybody starts telling you to grow up. Everybody starts...
I think it's not pure out of order childish, but what does that mean?
Things childish, but it's not pure out of order childish.
I can hear it, but that would be a very strange way of expressing that.
It's not like a grown man wearing nappies. And I'll tell you why it is. It's because, see, when you get to about 12 years old, everybody starts telling you to grow up. Everybody starts telling you to get off that swing and grow up, otherwise you'll look like a weirdo. Otherwise you won't fit in. Right, what else me fitting in? You happy? There's me fitting in, right? There's me off the swing, there's me fitting in, right? What have you got for me now then? Huh? I'm 12 years old, what have you got for me now to replace that swing with? Huh? I tell you what you've got. Nothing. Nothing. Fags, booze, drugs, nothing. In fact, forget about me being 12 years old. I'm 34-year-old and I still want to go in that swing. But you still won't let me. So what have you got to replace that swing with? I tell you what you've got. Work. That's what you got. Work. Monday to Friday.
Oh, he's saying work. I was thinking wok, like the you know, like an Asian pan. That's not a great descriptor, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like a wok traditionally used in Asian cooking.
They work. Next Monday to Friday, Mel work. I could go away on some pissy holiday to try and forget about work, but I've got to come back and catch up on all my work. Work. They want that everybody's depressed. They want that everybody hates their life. This isn't just about the swing, by the way. No, wait. No. No, why should he get to go on the swing when I can't?
You're horrible.
No, I'm no.
What did he say?
No, why should he get to go on the swing when I can't?
You're horrible.
No.
Something I'm glad you're not a European, sir. Why? You're glad I'm not unintelligible?
I'm no. Wee man, I'm no. Right. You understand me older, right?
I know what Kenna is. I don't know what the kid said.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, what an asshole. I love it though. That's hilarious.
Bastard.
You know there was an opening in that fence somewhere and he decided not to use it. That's awesome. Limmy's such a funny guy. Such a funny man. His streams are great too. Like I thought, like, for a long time, I thought he was kind of like a one-off thing, like a one-off funny guy from, you know, he's the guy from the Kellegramble Failers meme. Like, that's all he's known for. But like, once I started getting like recommended his clips and stuff, I realized he's actually just really funny. He needs to play more games though. The motherfucker's always playing Skyrim. That's all he plays. Now I should sleep, else I won't make the pigs and blanket in time for the potluck. Alright, Microwave, thanks for watching for so long. Have a great night. Appreciate you as always. And see you on that sweet, sweet 24-hour. And possibly tomorrow when I stream Dark Souls. I don't know. Ugh. Oh, microwave. Ugh. Don't mind me, I'm gonna throw up on stream. It's my best content. All 3 seasons of his show were on Netflix. If you can learn to hear Scottish people speak, it has some real gold. I'm sure. But sometimes I just have to like rewind like 8 times to try to understand one sentence like I just there. God, the Scots are hilarious. They just like truncate so much. They turn everything into a consonant. They just cut. It's like if you were to type like a Scottish person speaks, you would be taking the spaces out. Someone in the comments wrote, "That's awesome." What did he say in that one part? Did they write that part? They say pure out of order, childish. Apparently, Jesus. I don't know why that would be a saying, but all right. Good job, Sean. Proud of you. Nice moves. Keep it up. Oh. I think I still had a lot to clean there, but it just took it. All right, works for me. Now, can I jump up on this roof rather than like shooting from the floor? Ah, Jesus. Can I like... Oh, you know what? You know what? I know I can climb up these. I can go from here and work. Yeah, here we go. Gotta get creative in the power washing business. You know, this is dangerous work. You gotta go up in high heights. And you'll like really get into this. I'm gonna stay up here and just hop to the other roofs and take care of the top of them before I move on to anything else, I think. Oh, he does do trucking sim, you're right. They recently made a multiplayer thing. I haven't obviously used it at all, but I don't really get the point of it. It's kind of like you're all playing Truck Simulator, but you're just kind of in the same world. Like you're not like cooperatively driving a truck. I do want to try it though. I need to play some more Trucking Sim. I haven't touched it in a bit, but you know I did buy that steering wheel specifically for that game, so I should get my money's worth. And also, it is a fun game. Oh, no, I didn't make the jump. Can I just... Yeah! It would make sense if you were like a troop of trucks working for the same company, pulling funds and whatnot. Or even if you had to be like convoys. Or like you were all going to the same destination, but you had so much stuff it couldn't fit into like the same truck. But instead it's like, oh, once in a while on a rare chance you might like pass by another trucker. Shut out racing mode? What, like try to make the delivery in as quick a time as possible? That'd be cool. So my truck's on a racetrack? Oh, just... You know what they could do? They could make it like Mario Kart, where like you start out with like just the front of the semi, but then like you can like pick up... Oh shit! Oh damn it! But like you can pick up items and like and in the form of like a trailer that you like hitch onto your truck, and then like you can open the back of the truck and like it'll let out oil or something onto the road. More up and at the cost of worse handling and acceleration. Truck slows don't, or truck's acceleration gets fucked when it's tethered to a bunch of shit. Semi-cart. Inertia moment. Well, you'd have to like slow down to like get the stuff. Oh wait, I mean, I guess that works for speeding up too. Never mind. I'm being a dumb head. As per usual. That's what else is new. Am I still using the 25? I've been using the 25 a lot today. It's because this new gun is so powerful. Inertia is a property of matter. I just think about that thing from Bill Nye every time I hear that word. Probably isn't really worth it to get in the grooves here. Like, the amount that I'll clean off the bottom will do the rest of it justice, right? Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. 100%, baby. I should start with the outside of this thing. I haven't cleaned off the front, or the outside of it at all. I want to make some mac and cheese, but I have no cheddar. Is it worth the trip? Probably not. But, hey, you want what you want, I suppose. Wow, that is so caked in dirt that I thought the shadows were just making it really dark, but it turns out it was just really fucking dirty. Children are awful. This is all the children who use this equipment's fault. I blame them. And their parents. They should all be tried and hung for their crimes. Or hanged, I guess. Hanged is the right usage of that word. I don't know why, but... They should pick the structure clean and build up their immune system. They should all fucking die from the diseases they left behind. That's what I think. Extra cleaning liquid and stuff. Oh. Is this the extraordinary Dr. Power Washer? We got your details from Cal. You got a dirty old house and needed some TLC. Call somebody else. I'm busy with this fucking playground. Still wonder why these fancy shockers were rubber cow for the playground flooring and not good old fashioned. What the fuck was that? Creosote? Back in my day, they used wood chips. Pretty sure they still do. I've never seen a playground that looks like this. You know what I'm wondering about now? I wonder how kids who are like born or at least in early life during the pandemic, I wonder if their immune systems are going to be fucked as a result. Because you think about it, like we're like across the world, like we're being more hygienic than like ever before. And like, especially with them like not going out to like places like playgrounds or like playing with other kids, like they're probably at risk of just having a fucked immune system because they're not getting sick because everything's much more clean than usual. Exactly. Like you gotta get sick as a kid. Damn, I wonder. I bet they will. I bet kids that are young during this time are gonna have fucked immune systems. This is why you gotta, like, you know, not baby your kids too much, you know? I mean, not right now, obviously. This is kind of a bad time to be advocating for that. But in general, you know? This is why, you know, you let your kids go outside and piss on each other. How else are they gonna, you know, build up their immune system and tolerances and stuff? Just let them pee on each other. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, the roof is still dirty. That's I was confused because the roof is still disgusting, but it's its own thing. I've been sick in like 2 years, and as a result, I've been snotty with this cold. Yeah, I have the same thing. I hardly ever get sick, but when I do, it throws me for a fucking loop, man. I get fucked for a bit. When I do get sick, it is a problem. It sucks. Like, I'll get sick for like 3 weeks straight. I miss being able to just bounce back from being sick after like 1 day. You're sick for 1 day, you stay home from work for 1 day, and then you feel fine again. Not as an adult. That doesn't happen. Getting old sucks. Says the still, relatively speaking, young man. Like, how did they even get so dirty? There's no fucking mud in this. There's no dirt in this playground. How did they get so dirty? How did they get it so dirty? There's so many questions. We need to eliminate the children. They're too much of a liability to our safety. Just in general, and as a species, I think they need to be eliminated. Beautiful. Time passes so fast while you're playing this game, though. Just because, like, it takes so long to, like, get through a job. But it's, like, really fun nonetheless. But it's, like, it's so weird. I don't know why it's so fun. I guess it's literally just, like, the satisfaction of, like, the cleaning. Because, like, I'm literally just, like, moving my mouse slowly up and down or side to side. It shouldn't be as fun as it is. But there's something so satisfying about seeing it just clear away dirt. None of that gross dirt around here. No thanks. I'm good. I'll pass. I like to imagine that my guy, my like little cleaner man, I like to imagine that he just power washes all of his belongings at home instead of cleaning them like a normal person. Like instead of vacuuming, he just power washes his fucking carpet. Whenever he cooks, instead of just like washing the pan in the sink, he busts out the power washer and sprays that motherfucker down. That would be terrible. I don't even know if it would work. I don't think so. It's like wife comes home from a hard day at work, expects that her husband will have like cleaned everything. She comes home and her carpet is sopping wet and shredded from the water pressure. He's sitting on the couch, the sopping wet couch. She's like, "What the fuck did you do?" "What? You asked me to clean." How did you clean?" "Took out the power washer." Everything is soaked, but it's clean, isn't it? Do you just get a divorce at that point? I think you just get a divorce at that point. Like there's no salvaging that relationship after something like that. Like trust is gone completely. I'm worried that if I ask him to give my dog a bath, he's just gonna power wash the shit out of my dog. Like, don't worry, Poochie. I'll only use the 25-degree nozzle. It won't hurt that bad. Struggle too much and I'll bust out the zero. Don't make me do that. I don't want to do that. We're making progress. We're like sort of almost done here. I still have to like clean the floor, or whatever you want to call it. This like playground mat. That's gonna be fun. It's kind of a lot of work. It's probably not as bad as I think. I always think it's gonna be worse than it is, or not worse, but I always think it's gonna take longer than it does. I didn't realize this was still early access. Yeah, the multiplayer thing is like a beta thing. They've just released, I think. I mean, it's really solid for an early access game. I haven't encountered any bugs, and it looks great. Well, they're not developing the game, right? They're just publishing it. Can't tell if that part over there looks dirty because of the shadows or if it's just actually dirty. I think it's the shadows. I do have my magic dirt detecting eagle vision, but I'm not going to use it right now. I like to use that for the touch-up work. Are there like abilities you can use? Well, I mean, if I want to see where all the dirt is, there you go. I have like a magic dirt sensor. Because I am a man who understands dirt, you know? I can sense dirt. Completely ruins the simulation aspect, I feel like. It's a bit immersion breaking, but hey, what can you do? I'm so close to this that I could possibly use the 40 and still be safe. Yeah. No, that's doing shit. Creosote is fungicidal, cheap, and just an absolute joy to pour. Admittedly, it also has profoundly toxic fumes when ingested. Oh. Well, that's why you don't want to use that, I guess. But it would kill the kids, and that would be funny. I feel like anything can be defended as long as it's funny, you know? And that'll be my defense if anybody ever tries to cancel me. It was kind of funny, though. Trying to get all the dirt off this roof, so I'm using my sensing, my dirt sensing. I can't put this part of the tower, not the roof. I feel like it's gonna be hard to like take care of the rest of this dirt without getting up on the roof, and I'm really just trying to avoid doing that because I'm lazy. It's gotta be, yeah. A little fun here too. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You know what I'm waiting for? Come on, baby. You know what I'm waiting for? Come on, baby. Yeah, baby, that's what I've been waiting for. God. Critical memes are pretty fucking funny, aren't they? Just a funny, funny dude, that guy. And he do be looking like Jesus. It's funny because I have no idea what the context for that clip is. I've never gone out of my way to figure out what it is. I have no idea what he was waiting for. Give me the 15. Let's blast this shit. Let's go. No, I did not. Is that a thing? Like, they unironically were like, this guy's the second coming of Jesus? This fucking white shirt dude on YouTube. Some edited him on Jesus, and for a long time people all shared it with Soup. Really? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh. The internet is a beautiful place. And also a horrible place, but mostly a beautiful place. Well, I don't know about mostly. The internet is a place. 25 is not cutting it, dude. It's like playground floor is like surprisingly hard to clean, you know? 25 doesn't cut through it the way you'd expect. Maybe it's just because I'm spraying so far out. Probably. It's probably because I'm a fucking just idiot in general. But this is all we gotta do. Just clean this dang floor. Just clean this goddamn floor. Got everything else. This place is a clean wonderland. I can't wait to see like the CCTV playback of me cleaning this place, because this took a while. I was running all over the place trying to clean this place up. This took some fucking effort. Does it do that? Yeah, once you're finished with a job, there's like a security camera playback of you going through and cleaning everything really quickly. It's fun to watch. It is very satisfying. That's not dirt, that's a knot in the wood. I'm just out here trying to hunt down anything that even looks like dirt at this point. Actually, with how large this playground mat is, I don't even have to like do that thorough of a job. It'll, you know, get close enough to the bottom of the bar that it'll just complete for me. But I'm still gonna do a good job because I'm a hard-working boy. I'm not gonna half-ass this. Not that kind of guy. I bought a new power washer just to make this job easier. I'm not a lazy man. Actually, that kind of does make me sound lazy. I wonder if anyone is going to play this someday. I think power washers are magic. Buy one and then just destroy all their Probably. Probably. I mean, y'all saw what I did to the house. There's no way that house would have been that clean in real life. The dirt would have caked in. It would have caused rusting and rotting, and power washing would not have salvaged that the way it does in this video game. You know, when you were a kid, everyone would tell you that driving isn't like it is in video games, and that turned out to be basically false because video games had advanced so much. Well, power washing isn't what video games make it seem like. Pretty confident about that one. Yeah, that house would have been fucked. Especially when I was kicking up the zero to deal with the 0 degree to deal with the siding. That would have destroyed some siding. But hey, then they can sue the game developers for misrepresenting power washing, and that's pretty cool, right? I want a power washer. I think it'd be fun to, not even like, before I had this game, I kind of thought it'd be cool to have a power washer. I am also jealous of Buttlag. I'm also jealous of his tiny drum set. So, you know, they really treat him well over there. You know, I feel like the benefits of his job is the things that they buy him as a joke. Oh, we gotta preserve the dick as long as we can. I forgot I do this, to be honest. Just a spoonful. We might actually be able to just leave the dick until the game like auto finishes for me. I might not even have to erase it. Just because of the sheer volume of dirt that has to be cleaned off the playground for it, might just auto finish it for me after I get close enough. As long as I edge careful enough, it'll finish for me. Yep, I knew it. I mean, it gets rid of it, but close enough. Damn, this place looking fucking tight. It's literally like this game goes from being like a Source game to being like Mirror's Edge. You know, it goes from being like just the weird, gross textures that Valve uses to like super clean, pristine, almost like unrealistic looking. Let's watch this shit. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, get it. Get it, gamer. Get it. I spent so long pushing the soccer ball around that it actually like skipped over all of it because it did it so fucking. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. You get it. You get it. I spent so long in the job it couldn't recap me playing with the fucking ball. Oh, that's too perfect. It makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, Jesus. God damn, that's a lot of cleaning I did today. Clean the detached house. That looks like it's going to take forever. But not going to do it today. All right. End of live stream. Get out of here. You suck. I hate you. Fuck off. My internet's dying as a response to me being mean. Yeah, hopefully my camera will actually get delivered tomorrow, and then I'll. Wow, my internet's really dying. Hopefully my camera will be here tomorrow, like it should be. You know, hopefully it doesn't get fucked on the delivery again. And then we can finish Dark Souls 3, and then the 24-hour live stream is on Saturday. And then yeah, and then hopefully next week we can start on Sekiro. And I don't know what else I'll do for streaming, but it'll be a thing. I keep thinking you're just cutting yourself off to end the stream. No, it's not my fault. The internet was being a bit wavy for a second, but it seems to be good now. So yeah, I'll see you on the next live streams. Hopefully I'll actually beat Dark Souls 3 on that last live stream. You know, there is a chance that I'll get, because like there's 3 bosses left. There's 2 of them that I'm not super worried about. One of them I feel pretty confident about beating in a timely manner. The other one is a bit iffy. It depends on chance because it's that boss where you have to fight another player. So it depends on whether or not the game like summons somebody who's good at the game or bad at the game. And then the last boss is the only one that I haven't fought. And if it's like super hard and like takes me 3 hours of nonstop tries, I might not be able to beat it in one stream. But we're gonna do our best. We're going to do our best to have the Dark Souls 3 finale on this last Dark Souls stream. So, and then after that, we can hop into Sekiro. And it'll be great. And then 24-hour stream, which is always a fun time. And yeah, so I'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. And, go jerk off to those hentai I mentioned. Have fun. Bye-bye.